Right, so in the previous class, have you seen the video of the previous class, Sanjana? What I taught? Parts of eye. What is the purpose of pupil? What is retina? Okay, so in the previous class, see the video properly, take the notes. Okay, so in the previous class, I have talked about the different parts of human eye and what are their functions. That is important for the school examination. Sometimes you get an MCQ where they will ask you a question based upon the function. They may give a function to you and they may ask you which part of eye is carrying this function. So this topic becomes very important. I hope you understand it. Today we are going to talk about defects of eye, which I already talked in the previous class, maybe not gave the diagrams everything, but I just gave a brief intro about what is myopia, what is hypermetropia, what is presbyopia, what is astigmatism. I just gave a hint to you. Today we are going to learn in detail. Okay? So give the heading in your notebook as defects of human eye. Today we are going to learn defects of human eye. Book. You give it back to me. Yes. First thing you are asking, next thing you are demanding. Shall I go and buy for you now? Okay. Coming back, please, please. Shall I start the class if you permit me? Shall I? Okay. So, I said to you the most common defects found in human eye are mainly for 4 categories. The most common defect is myopia. The second is hypermetropia. Third is presbyopia. Fourth is astigmatism. And there is something called as cataract also. So, we will talk about each type of diseases and why it is caused and how to rectify that. We will start one by one, and the first defect we are going to talk today is about myopia. Myopia is also called as near or short, whatever you want to call it, nearsightedness or short-sightedness. Now, I will give time for writing. Listen to me, understand. Last time I just gave intro, today I am going to teach it. So, please pay attention on how this kind of defects takes place, how to rectify it. It is important for the school examination. Okay? So, I said to you in the previous class itself that the name nearsightedness is given because a person is able to see near things clearly. He has the sight of near things. That is why it is nearsightedness. He has nearsightedness. What he is not having is far sight. It means in the case of myopia, I can see near things clearly, but far things will be not clear to me. Are you getting what I am trying to say? Okay. First, you should understand what is happening in this kind of myopic eye. So, if you have a myopic eye, suppose I am drawing an eye, just a rough diagram of eye, where I am having an eye lens like this. Then in the case of myopic eye, if I see something which is very far, then rays are coming from very far. Let me draw it like parallel lines, because you know that if rays are coming from far, it is treated to be like infinite. And then the rays are getting converged before the retina itself. Rays are supposed to converge on the retina. Only then the image will form and you can see it clearly, isn't it? But if the rays are forming before retina itself, we will not be able to see it clearly. So, what I have drawn is a myopic eye. So, if an eye is myopic in nature, that means it has got myopia disease, then it will have this kind of image formation. Near things it will form on the retina only, but far things it will form before the retina. I hope you get my point. It means what? It means that in myopia, your far point gets affected. What gets affected is far point. What is far point of human eye? Infinite. Very good. So, for a normal healthy human eye, the far point is infinite. Near point is only 25 centimeter. So, if far point does not remain infinite, it becomes something else. It means for a myopic eye, if something is kept here, then he will be able to see clearly. But something is kept far, he will not be able to see it clearly. So, its far point has changed. Now, you are able to see very clearly that the image is forming before retina. What I should do? I should try to make the image form on the retina. So, somehow, if I am able to converge these rays here, see what was the problem? I will draw it here and show you. The rays are coming like this and it was converging somewhere here. I wanted to converge behind this point. My aim is to make it converge behind this point. For that, if somehow I keep something here, if I keep something here which makes this rays to get diverged like this, then when it converges, it will converge on the retina itself. So, I want to keep here something which should converge the light coming. You know very well there are two lenses, one is concave, one is convex. Convex lens is converging lens, concave lens is diverging lens. So, if I am keeping a concave lens here, then my purpose will be solved, isn't it? The same thing we are going to do in the case of a myopic eye. So, how do we correct a myopic eye? If the question comes, how do you correct a myopic eye? We have to use a concave lens. How do we use concave lens? See here, if you have a myopic eye like this, I am going to place a concave lens here, then the rays coming from infinite, they will get what? Diverged. After getting diverged, when it is going to get converged, now it is going to converge on the retina. So, now whatever image is forming, it will form on the retina and it will be clear to you. So, in myopic eye, the rays were converging before the retina. So, to correct myopic eye, what kind of lens you are using? A concave lens you are using. Now, if you remember your previous chapter, I have told you about the nature of concave lens and convex lens, and I have told you the focal length of a convex lens is always positive and focal length of concave lens is always negative. It means that the concave lens will have a negative focal length, am I right? If it is going to have a negative focal length, if somebody says you that I am wearing a glass which is having a power of minus 2D. Now, what is power? I told in the previous chapter to you. Power is reciprocal of focal length. You know this or not? Power is reciprocal of focal length, and what is its unit? Diopters. Capital D is called as diopters. So, if F is negative, P will also be negative. So, if somebody says you, I am wearing a glass of power minus 2D, it means what? They are wearing a concave lens. It means what disease they have? Myopia they have. Just by knowing what power of lens they are wearing, you can not only identify the type of lens, you can also identify the nature of defect in the eye. Is it clear to you? I hope it is clear to you. If the question comes like, how the defect in eye is formed, that why this defect comes, there can be multiple reasons for that. One of the most common reasons you can see from here, the eyeball is elongated. For some people, by birth itself, the eyeball size will be bigger. If eyeball is little bigger, then the rays will not converge on the retina, isn't it? So, if eyeball is little elongated, then myopic disorder can take place. So, if somebody has elongated eyeball, then you have chances of getting myopia. Second problem also can be there. Second problem can be the converging power of eye is too much high. So, what eye is doing? It is converging before the point itself. So, if they ask you what are the causes of myopia, you can write two things. First, what you will write? First cause, elongated eyeball. First cause is elongated eyeball. Second cause, what you can write? High converging power. High converging power. So, I hope it is clear to you. So, what is myopia? Why is it caused? How to rectify it? This is called as correction. Correction diagram also I have drawn for you. Is it clear? Any problem in myopia? Any problem in myopia? If no, copy this fast. If you have understood what is myopia, then copy it fast. Focus here, man. Board is in front of you. Let me know if you are done writing. I will go to the next defect. Preetham, I hope you are able to hear me. Joined late today.
Sir, I had some net issues.
Okay, okay. Now it's fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Correction means what lens you have to use to correct the problem. So myopic eye can be corrected by using a concave lens. Convex. You are deaf or you are blind? Both. I told you, and I wrote on the board also, then also you are using convex lens. Can I go to the next topic? Please make it fast. High converging power, and the first one I wrote is elongated eyeball. Okay. So many questions can be framed from this topic, whatever I have taught you now. First kind of question can be, which point of the eye gets affected when you get myopia? Answer is far point. Second question can be, what is the cause of myopic condition? Elongated eyeball and converging power is high. What lens is used for correcting? Concave. What is the power of a concave lens? Negative. So these kind of questions can be asked for examination. Or a simple question can be, a person is wearing a lens of power minus 2.5D. What defect he has? You can say myopia he has, isn't it? So all these kind of questions can be framed from this topic. So if you permit me, can I go to the next page? With your permission, shall I? Shall I go to hypermetropia? Yes, sir. Priyaranjan? Make it fast. What, Darshini? Eating laddu? What here? Or what you are eating? Pongal?
What is the causes for myopia, sir?
1 second. From laddu he went to myopia. Yes, yes. Darshini, you eat, no problem. Eat. Yes, very well. You asked what are the causes of?
Myopia, sir.
I said no. Elongated eyeball, high converging power of eye. These are the causes. Okay? Shall I go to the next page? Darshini, you can eat here. If you want to eat one more, you can eat, no problem. Mom is insisting you to eat. Why are you denying her? What, at least that advantage you have in online class. What? Here you cannot eat anything. See, she is eating laddu. Now she is going to. I am not telling you to come online, but I am telling you the advantages of coming online. I am not recommending to go online. Obviously, both are having its own advantage and disadvantage, and I am not somebody who wants to criticize anything. Everything is your willpower. But advantage Darshini is showing. Finish it. See, I told she has kept in her mouth, not chewing, stopped chewing itself. Finish it, yaar. Okay, okay. By the way, what you are eating? You can unmute and say, no? All are asking what you are eating.
Sir, puff, sir.
Puff, oh, okay, okay. Too much, yaar. Question number, not question number. Second defect. Yes. Hypermetropia. All of you give the heading as hypermetropia, also called as everything is short only. Huh? That also short, this also short. It is called as far-sightedness or long-sightedness, whatever you want to say. Now drop your pens, listen to me, I will give time for writing. So as you can see that hypermetropia is far-sightedness, it means far vision is fine, near vision is not fine. I hope you are getting a point. I will give time for writing. So, if you are able to see far things clearly, but you are not able to see near things clearly, what you have got? Hypermetropia you have got. Very rarely this disorder is seen in small children. It does not happen generally. I am not saying it nobody is there with hypermetropia, because here what is your power? Is the power, huh? What is the power, man? You don't know. Plus minus also you don't know. Minus, but how much you don't know? 1, 2, 3, nothing. I think it will be 1 point something, 0 point something. Very early you are putting. Yes. What is your power? Kanishka, right? Something. What is your power? Minus 0.5 in both the eyes. Minus something. Yeah. What about you, Mirdini? Power? Did you say something? I not heard. Your mic. Not heard still. Minus 1.5, right? So did you notice one thing? See, something which is serious I am talking. I asked everybody in the class, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people are, and even Vetrivel Thambi. What is your power, man?
1.5, sir.
Plus,
Minus 1.5.
minus. So minus is very important, man. Don't 7 point, minus 1.5. So 6 people I asked, out of 15 people, and out of 15, all 6 have told, 100% people have told they have myopia. By this itself you can understand that it is very rare, not very rare, but yes, it is rare to find hypermetropic conditions in early age, which is, see, thick and thin depends upon power. If you have more power, it will be thick. You would have seen some people are wearing very thick lens. Their eyes itself will not be visible clearly. They are having more power. It's not that it is myopia or hypermetropia. So for increasing the focal length of the lens, they are making it more thicker. Okay, coming back. So what is hypermetropia? Let us understand that first. So in hypermetropia, if I draw the diagram of a hypermetropic eye, please pay attention. Again, I will give time for writing. Please understand that. If something is near, the rays comes like this, no? It will converge behind retina. So what is this? Nearby will be the near point. So if the near point of the eye gets affected, then that person is suffering from hypermetropia. Now please understand the logic for this. Why hypermetropia is not seen in the less age? I will tell you the reason for that also. So suppose I am seeing something very far, my eyes will be relaxed. Don't write any. Why? Did I say to write? Huh? Heading till now you are writing. What is your name, man? I am forgetting. Sai Darshan. Please behave. Listen to what I say. Okay? You'll miss something, important information. That's why I'm saying. Coming back to what I was speaking. I was speaking about why we get hypermetropia. Why we not get hypermetropia in less age, we get in more age, old age. Because I was speaking about something. You generally in novels, English books, you will find it written that if you have a bad day, if you are having a sad day, if you are depressed, if you are having some problems in your life, English books having this thing, you are having in bag. Shall I complete my point? So in novels and all these things, story books, you will find that a person had a very bad day. He's sitting on the terrace and staring the stars, gazing the stars. We have so many good words for seeing the star, isn't it? Staring the star, gazing the star, feeling relaxed. Why? It is real that if you see moon, if you see stars, it relaxes you. It's not like just for simply they wrote. You would have heard many times gazing the star, staring the star, looking the star, if you are reading novels or something, but you would have never minded why they are writing that. Because it is true that if you see the sky or if you see something very far, don't start staring the sun. Okay? It is for stars and it is for moon and all these things. It will relax your eye because it is far. Whenever we see something far, our eyes are in relaxed condition. What is the meaning of that? In the previous class I told you, there are ciliary muscles which controls how much our eyes will be converged, how much it will be pressed. So when we are seeing something far, it is in relaxed condition. Ciliary muscles of eyes are very relaxed. No? No what? Close means what means? Very good point. If you are close, it is much more relaxed. But by closing, I cannot see anything, no man. I am talking about seeing something. If you are sleeping, the eyes is obviously relaxed only. But when you are awake and you are seeing something far and you are seeing something near, if I compare these two conditions, something near seeing will be causing more trouble to you. Trouble means more stress on the eye. That's why it is said that don't read for long. If you are reading, right? If you are reading and read continuously for 2-3 hours without any break, that itself is not good for your eyes. Because you are seeing something near, because we cannot read something written on the nearby flat at home, no. We will read in our front of our eyes, and your eyes will be in stressed condition. And if you keep like that your eyes for a very long time, then your ciliary muscles gets affected, because they are the part of the eye which is pressing your eyeball and making it focused. Are you getting my point? So if you have to relax your eyes, we see something far. If we have to strain our eyes, we see something near. Vice versa. If we see something near, it strains our eye. If we see something far, it relaxes our eye. Now, with age, as you go, we have to, like when we spend our life 30, 40, 50, 60 years, then our ciliary muscles would have gone so many times of compression, relaxation, the muscles becomes weak. And that causes this kind of defect. Sometimes, because of over reading, because of overseeing the TV, because of using too much of mobile phones, because of playing too much of games, because all these things are happening with eyes very near to the device, right? If you are playing PUBG, then you are going to keep the mobile like this, isn't it? Free Fire. Recording, okay? Mom also will see. So if you are playing Free Fire, then also your eyes will be very near to the screen. So it is affecting your near point, and playing for a long time can cause your ciliary muscles to become weak. And that is the reason with aging, ciliary muscles obviously becomes weak. People of more age are getting hypermetropia. This shows that many of our students are not that bad, because nobody is having hypermetropia. Right, coming back. So near point gets affected, and you can see how to correct it. If you want to correct this kind of defect, I want the rays to somehow converge before itself, isn't it? So imagine in front of this eye, if I am placing a convex lens, what is going to happen? The rays just coming from the near point, first they will get converged. Are you understanding? And then once again converge. They will meet on the retina. Understanding? That's why for hypermetropic eye, what lenses are recommended? Convex lens is recommended for its correction. And convex lens has what kind of focal length? Positive focal length. I hope you remember from the previous chapter. Forgot about this itself. Convex lens, since the focus is on this side, focal length is on this side, it is having positive focal length. What, Joshita, any problem? Okay, so which focus are you using? This side focus? Let me see your case also. Suppose I am keeping the object between O and F. Am I right? This is your point. One ray goes like this, passes where? Which focus? Right side only, no? Which focus you used? Positive focus only used, no? So how it will be negative focus? So in all the case of convex lens, the focal length is always positive, and in all the case of concave lens, focal length is always negative. So since we are having a convex lens, we are going to have what kind of focal length? Positive focal length. So what will be the power? Positive power. So if you are using a convex lens, you are using a positive power lens. Somebody is having power of plus 3.5D. It means they are having hypermetropia. Are you getting my point? And what lens they are using? They are using a convex lens to correct it. You may ask me how this defect is caused. Causes what Vetri will ask before some time. What is the causes? You can see very clearly, eyeball can sometimes shorten, isn't it? So one point can be eyeball shortening or shortening of eyeball. Yes, not diverging, less converging power of eye. You can say that converging power of eye has reduced. Converging power of eye is reduced. And this happens why? Because of weakening of ciliary muscles. Weakening of ciliary muscles. Is it clear to you? So hypermetropia is that disorder in which our near point gets affected, and to correct hypermetropia we are using convex lens which is having a positive focal length and positive power. And what is the cause of hypermetropia? Shortening of eyeball and converging power of the eye becoming less. Clear? If yes, copy it fast. Yes. புரியல தூர ஆமாம் தெரியுது மாதிரி தான் கிட்ட போது தெரியாது நமக்கு. I spoke now, no? Correct only I spoke, no? Then why are you asking? You should understand I know Tamil. You thought I don't know Tamil. Good. Sorry. Blind? Hey. Sir. Who having hypermetropia, myopia, they are blind, sir. I am going to talk about the third type of disorder. அதுக்கு பேர் வந்து presbyopia. Presbyopia is a disorder where a person gets both myopia and hypermetropia. It is not blind. It is having problem in seeing far also. Suppose these people who are having myopia now, they'll become aged, no? They'll get hypermetropia also. It means what? Presbyopia. They'll become blind, huh? No, no. Blindness will means nothing they can see, man. Shall I proceed? Fast, please, 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 fast. Shall I go to the next topic then? Shall I? Converging power of eye is reduced, not eye is reduced. Done? Converging power of eye is reduced, weakening of ciliary muscle side root. Okay, I hope very well done. Shall I go to the next topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Third kind of defect is presbyopia. Not much to learn about this. Just you can write in words that if an eye, write it as I say, if an eye has both myopia and hypermetropia, if an eye has both myopia and hypermetropia, if an eye has both myopia and hypermetropia, it is said to be presbyopic. It is said to be presbyopic. Presbyopic. Don't write B-I-O-P-I-C, biopic. B-Y-O-P-I-C, okay? Biopic. It is called presbyopic. Okay? Change the paragraph and write. It is corrected by using bifocal lens. By using bifocal lens. By using bifocal lens. And bifocal lens looks something like this. Bottom part will be which lens? Which lens? Bottom will be what and by? Spelling? B-Y, yeah. Bifocal. Okay. Down will be what? Down will be concave or convex? Why? Why? Because down only we will use for reading the near object, so it will be convex lens. And above will be concave lens. Remember that. In the case of presbyopia, we are using a lens which is down convex and above concave. Okay? Clear? Fourth disorder.
How do we calculate focal length?
How?
Different lenses.
Because see, both lenses are found separately and made in such a way that they are combined. Are you getting? So in the same lens, above part is concave, below part is convex. They may have different values also. Down part may be plus 1.5, above will be minus 2.5, it is possible based upon the eye problem. Okay? That the doctor will recommend. He will write and give, then they will make the lens and give to you. So shall I go to the fourth? Yeah.
Then how do we calculate it?
I said no. The calculation of the focal length, how much is the defect you have got, is done by some machines, right? Have you been to any eye hospital? They will ask you to see something. They will ask you to see, focus something, and then they will calculate how much your near point or far point has got affected, and they will recommend based upon that. Yeah? Something. I have never been there, so I don't know. But something they will make you to see. Earlier, they used to make you see far things, near things like that. A, B, C, D will be written on that. They'll ask you to read that. Then for calculating the focal length, they'll put your eyes in some machine, right? They will make you to see something. By that, they'll calculate. So suppose your near point, far point has got changed, they will recommend you to put the lens. Okay, Nitin Raghav? Disappeared? Clear, Mr. Nitin Raghav? Yes. The fourth type of disorder is astigmatism. I told you in the previous class also. So about that, NCERT not gives anything, but you can write one statement about it. It is an eye disorder, right? It is an eye disorder. It is an eye disorder. It is an eye disorder where the eye is not able to differentiate, where the eye is not able to differentiate, between horizontal and vertical lines. An eye is not able to differentiate between horizontal and vertical lines. Horizontal and vertical lines. And you can write in next paragraph, cylindrical lens are recommended. Cylindrical lens is recommended for correction. cylindrical lens is recommended for correction. Clear? So, I hope you are understanding now what are the different types of eye defect. If you see from exam point of view, myopia and hypermetropia only is important. Myopia called as far-sightedness, seriously? Near-sightedness, where we are able to see near things clearly and far things are not visible to us. What we do for that? We use a concave lens for its correction, and why it is caused? Because of elongation of eyeball or high converging power of eye. If you get hypermetropia, then your near point gets affected and you are able to see the far things clearly, near things will become unclear. We use a convex lens and eyeball shortening or lower converging power of the eye. Clear? So, let us go to the next topic now, and all of you give the heading as prism. Cataract, if you want to write, there is nothing much required. If you want to write cataract, also write fifth defect as cataract. I'll tell one point about that also. If you wish to write about cataract, write one line about cataract. Fifth disorder, you can write cataract, C-A-T-A-R-A-C-T. He is still in astigmatism itself. Say astigmatism. Say, man. Good, correct only. So, next is cataract, C-A-T-A-R-A-C-T, cataract. And about that you write, it is a cloudy membrane formation. It is cloudy membrane formation, cloudy, C-L-O-U-D-Y, cloudy, not cloud. Cloudy membrane formation in the cornea, which is corrected by surgery. We cannot say any causes. It happens sometimes by genetic, like father has got, so sometimes they will got hereditary, we'll say, right? Some, not dust part, don't think it is dust. It is caused sometimes by the environmental conditions around you. So, it's not like everybody will get cataract, but sometimes you may get cataract. Okay? It's a biological disorder. Other things are something else. This happens like how other diseases takes place to our eye. Okay, shall I go ahead? Madras I also don't write. It is an infection, man. Madras is an infection, viral infection. Virus, it causes that. Not required for all the. Go to the next topic. Prism. Shall I go for prism now? Okay. Before I start talking about the prism and what prism is doing and how the reflection takes place from prism, refraction I should say. First of all, you know what is the meaning of prism? No? Have you heard the word prism before? Okay. So, you know how a prism looks like? I am drawing some diagrams here. Okay. You will say whether it is prism or not. Is it prism? Obviously not. Prism? 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 So, out of these three, or shall I make one more? Okay. So, now I will ask one by one. Sanjana, out of these four, all are prism. Which one is prism? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which all are prisms? Fast. 3, 2 are prism. Okay. What about you? 3 alone is prism. 3 alone. First or no options there? First and third. Only 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 to 3. 1 to 3, 4. 1? 1 and 3. Darshini, fast.
Everything, sir.
Everything. Okay. Pritham, Vaddi.
Sir, even I think everything.
Nitin Raghav. Sorry, Nitin Raghav only, no?
Sir, don't know, sir.
Don't know. Say, you should say some answer, yeah? Say nothing or some, everything, what? Don't know.
Yes, sir.
It means you have not heard the word prism before in your life?
Sir, I heard, sir.
So what
it's
is-
a dispersion of light and all.
Okay, then what do you think will be is prism then?
Sir, all look like pyramids, sir. How can you?
Then nothing is prism you are saying.
Sir, it's too complicated for me, sir. I don't know.
Okay, fine, I'll come back to you. Ryan Ahmed, fast.
Okay, sir.
Ryan Ahmed. Okay, very well.
Third one, sir.
Third alone. Okay, what about you, Mirdini? Darshini, you told? Already,
Yes, sir.
what you told? 1, 2, 3. All you told.
Everything.
Everything you told. Okay. What is the correct answer, you know? None of the diagram is a prism. Then draw the prism. Shall I draw a prism now? Appro kuda you told 1, 2, 3. Listen to me, please. All these diagrams are of pyramid. What is the meaning of pyramid? Pyramid is a structure. Listen to me very carefully. It's a 3D shape where if you take all the points of the vertices of the base and everything is converging at a single point, it becomes a pyramid. This is triangular pyramid, it is rectangular pyramid, it is a pentagonal pyramid, it is hexagonal pyramid, it can be anything. So suppose you have a triangle and from each vertex of a triangle, you draw a line, draw a line, draw a line, and on top make it to meet at one point, it becomes a pyramid. You have a octagon. From each vertex you take a point, take a line, take a line, take a line, join. It becomes octagonal based pyramid. Are you getting what is the meaning of pyramid? Pyramids are converging at the top. So in a way, not exactly, in a way I can say that cone is a circular pyramid. Circle forming a point in the top, right? On the other hand, what is a prism? Prism, from the base, you will draw a line, you will draw a line, you will draw a line, and they will form the same shape in the bottom. Bottom you have a triangle, above also should have a triangle. Bottom you have a square, above square. So cube also is a pyramid. Sorry, prism. Cuboid also is a prism. If I draw a hexagon and if I raise like this and I draw again a hexagon, this is also a prism. Are you getting my point? The problem is you have always seen this prism in this way, so you are confusing about it. Even if you are keeping in this way, it is like if I am tilting it like it will look like this, no? Isn't it? This is prism. So whenever it is said that light is passing through prism, you always imagine something like this or this or this. I know, you imagine like this only. Your imagination was wrong. Actually, light is coming and hitting this face. Are you getting which face? And after refraction, it is coming out from this face. I hope you are understanding. So if this is the prism, then it is hitting this face, refracting, coming from here. Are you getting my point? That's how a prism works. So if I have a cuboid, that is also a rectangular based prism. Are you getting my point? So if I say what is this shape? This is a rectangular based prism. Rectangle of how, it's not a surface on 3D, no, it is. It has some height or not? So it becomes a cuboid. So it is a rectangular based prism. I hope now you are understanding the difference between prism and pyramid. It is clear to everybody here? Sure. Now what we are going to study, we are going to study about how dispersion of light takes place. But before I go to dispersion, you should feel or you should understand how refraction of light takes place in the case of prism. So please pay attention, please. When I taught in light chapter and when I talked about this rectangular prism with you, I said that by experiment I told you, light comes, it refracts, once again it refracts. If you extend this line, these two will be parallel. Remember this? This was called as incident ray, refracted ray, emergent ray. Incident ray and emergent ray will always be parallel if the incident medium and the emergent medium are same. If it is air, glass, air, then these two will always be parallel, and this is called as lateral displacement. You remember this? So when light ray is passing through a rectangular prism, then it undergoes refraction and there is no deviation of light, there is only displacement of light. Deviation means what? You know, angle changes. Angle not changing here. See, bending again becoming parallel. They are parallel to each other. There is no change in angle of them. Only their path has become different. Are you getting the point? But in the case of prism, what happens? Pay attention, it is very important for 10th as well as 12th. The same topic will repeat in 12th also if you take science. So the first ray comes here. Where? On the incident surface. This ray will be called as incident ray. I have always told you, have a habit of drawing the normal whenever incident ray is touching the surface. So what I will do? I will draw a normal here. Like this I will draw a normal. This angle will become angle of incidence, because the angle made by the incident ray with the normal is called as angle of incidence. Now what will happen? Light will refract. Since it is going from air to a prism, prism is made up of glass, it is more denser. So it will bend towards or away? Towards, going from a rarer medium to a denser medium. So instead of going straight like this, it will take a turn and it will go like this towards normal. Do you agree with me? This ray is what ray? Refracted ray. Okay, and this angle will become angle of refraction. I am taking it as R1. Why I am taking R1? Because one more refraction will take place now. So the moment it is touching this surface, I am going to draw a normal once again. Shall I? Let me draw a normal once again. Let this be normal 1 and this is normal 2. Now what is going to happen? The ray, the angle that this ray is making with the normal is, I am taking it as R2. This angle I am taking it as R2. Now this ray is going to travel from a denser medium to a rarer medium. It, instead of going straight like this, it will bend away from the normal. Did you feel that the angle itself changed? In the case of a displacement, a rectangular prism, the path was same, displacement took place, angle remained same. But in the case of triangular prism, what happened? The angle itself changed. It means deviation took place. And you know what is the angle of deviation? If you extend the incident ray and if you extend the emergent ray, what is this angle? This angle is called as angle of deviation. But here what is the angle of deviation? 0. No deviation. But here it has some value. And what is the value of angle of deviation? Any idea about this? Shall I teach you that? Okay, please pay attention. So in this prism, first you draw the diagram of prism fast. All of you, draw the diagram of prism fast. It is there in front of you, draw it. And somewhere you also draw this thing. Don't forget it tomorrow. This is only prism. That is long. It is in 2D, no man. It will confuse you tomorrow. Which class you are studying? 3rd standard? Okay.
Whether in the prism and refracted ray all lie on the same line.
Same
Are
line
they
means?
coincident?
They will be in same plane obviously, but not same line. This is the
No,
angle.
sir, I mean
Same plane only obviously.
coincident, sir.
How it will be
Coincident.
coincident?
Will
How?
be coincident.
No, it's not coincide. Why? How it can coincide? It will be coplanar. Okay?
Okay, sir. Sir, what is coplanar?
If the lines are lying in the same plane, it is called as coplanar. Have you drawn this? Okay, I will not take much time. Please pay attention now. Please pay attention. I am redrawing it in a magnified way for explaining you. You need not redraw again. You please pay attention. So, this was my prism. This was my angle of incidence. This line was normal 1. And then my incident ray got refracted. It went like this. This was angle R1. This was angle incidence I. Then I have drawn second normal like this. I am naming it as N2. This angle I wrote as R2 and I took the ray out. This was angle of emergence, right? This is angle of emergence obviously. And when I extend my incident ray and if I extend my emergent ray, what is the angle? This is called as angle of deviation. Am I right? I am going to use geometry now. So, all of you please pay attention, 2 minutes, because I am going to use some geometrical laws now, which you must know, angle of triangle and quadrilateral. So, I am naming this as P, Q, R, S, quadrilateral, right. This angle is called as angle of prism. You know what is the meaning of angle of prism? The side or the angle which is enclosed by incident ray and emergent ray, that angle is called as angle of prism. It is not like top angle. I may have light coming like this, refracting and going like this. This becomes angle of prism. Are you getting my point? I may have light entering like this, going like this. This becomes angle of prism. Are you getting my point? So, which side the angle of prism will be is completely depending upon which side the incident ray is there, which side the emergent ray is there. Which that only decides. You know one interesting thing, even in rectangular prism, if light comes like this, refracts and comes out like this becomes angle of prism. Possible. Even a rectangular glass prism can undergo deviation if the incident ray and emergent ray are in adjacent sides. This will be taught to you in higher classes coming back. So, here I have this quadrilateral PQRS. Do you agree with me? Yes. Normal is perpendicular on this side. This angle becomes 90 degree. Do you agree with me? This normal is also perpendicular on this side. This angle also became 90 degree. You agree with me? I hope you are agreeing with me which angles are 90 degree. Any problem in that? I hope there is no problem. Can I say that angle A plus 90 degree plus this, let me call it as angle R plus 90 degree is equal to 360 degree? Don't you agree with me? So, I can say that, what is this angle by the way? Let us write the value of it. This is R1, this is R2. What will be this? R3. Very good. 180 minus R1 plus R2. Can I write like this? In a triangle, total angle is 180 degree. This is R1, this is R2. What will be this angle then? 180 minus R1 plus R2. So, can I write A plus 90 plus 180 minus R1 plus R2 plus 90 is equal to 360. Can I write like this? 90, 180, 90 was cancelled to 360. So, I am going to get A is equal to R1 plus R2. Important relation. It is not there in 10th book. It is important for your future and any competitive examination. Angle of prism is always equal to, A is called as angle of prism, remember that. This is called as angle of prism, and angle of prism is always equal to R1 plus R2. Not over yet. If you give me 2 minutes, I will teach one more thing to you. Just 2 minutes, please pay attention. I will give time for writing, please. Shall I tell that also? Please pay attention. This angle is I. This angle should also be I. Are you getting, I am talking about which angle? They are vertically opposite angles, right? This line and this line are vertically opposite angle, these two angles. So, this small part will become I minus R1. Do you agree with me? Same way, this is E, this will completely become E. So, this small part will become E minus R2. It is blue color. I hope it is little bit visible to you. If you want, I will change the color to white. But this is E minus R2, this angle I am talking. And this angle is I minus R1. Now, if you see this delta, see I will zoom this triangle. I am zooming this triangle, see this triangle. This angle is I minus R1, this angle is E minus R2, and this angle is delta, am I right? Delta is angle of deviation. Delta is this angle of deviation. By triangle rule, don't you think so? Delta will become equal to I minus R1 plus E minus R2. You know this rule of triangle? Yes, external property. This plus this will always be equal to this. Exterior angle property of a triangle. Studied in 9th standard, right? Studied definitely. Now from here I can write delta is equal to I plus E minus R1 plus R2. You agree? What is R1 plus R2? A. So I can write delta is equal to I plus E minus A. So delta plus A is equal to I plus E. This is the relationship between angle of deviation, angle of prism, angle of incidence, angle of emergence, not at all required for 10th standard. It will not come in the board exam, nowhere it will come. Just for your information, just for your competitive classes or just for your future it will be used. But you should know this. It is not something which is not something very hi-fi calculus, nothing is there, simple thing. That is why I taught this to you, okay. So, relationship between angle of deviation, angle of prism, angle of incidence, angle of emergence is this. Del plus A is equal to I plus E. If it is clear to you, please tell me, Prism.
Sir, I can't understand how you got the I and
How I got?
That is equal to I minus R1 and E minus R2.
This one you are asking.
Before that, sir, how did you mark it as E?
This angles you are asking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please pay attention, Prism. If this is I, don't you think this whole thing will be I? Vertically opposite angle?
Yes, sir.
This part is R1. So what will be this part? I minus R1. Same way, if this is E, this completely will be E. If this completely is E, this part is R2, this part will be E minus R2. Preetham, understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then by using exterior angle property, I got this. This is clear to you, how this came?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So if you have understood this, you can copy it, guys, and as you copy, you can drop from the meeting or you can leave the room. Again, I am repeating, if somebody don't want to copy, you can leave also because it is not there in syllabus. If you want to copy, you can copy, completely your wish. It is not in school syllabus. If you want, you can write, completely your wish. But if you are writing, it is good for you. So after you are done, you can start moving. And those who are done in online, they can start dropping as you finish writing. care, Rashini. Eat less.